Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. I'm Nicole. Today we're going to talk about an important topic. Yes, all the topics are always important. Entitled how you can actually know that if you are forcing a relationship. So the title is signs and symptoms that you are forcing a relationship. Yes. Maybe you are a man or a woman, a person who is interested into dating. So you probably have a man or a woman that you're interested in, and it's gets a little bit confused sometimes for you to know like if that person is interested in you, if that person wants a relationship with you, or if that person wants a dating relationship or friendship, any kinds of relationship. So today my name is Nicole and welcome to this video. I hope you enjoy it. So today I want to give you signs or symptoms or ways for you to actually acknowledge and know that if you are forcing a relationship. But above that, I've been concerned when I see so many people, especially men, they tend to push so hard for something they want. Men likes to chase, that's how they are wired. One of the things they do naturally is to chase. They like to chase women. That's pretty natural, like I said. So yeah, but then you as a man, you can chase a woman, you can chase any woman that you like, that you're interested in, that you want to, but you need to understand the difference or the boundaries, the difference between chasing a woman that you like and forcing a relationship. These are two different things. You can't force a relationship because you don't know the misery of being in a relationship with someone who doesn't love you. Believe me, it's hell. It's like being in hell, but the devil is not there. There's only one thing that is there. You know what's that? Pain. There's nothing sexy about being in a relationship, whether you guys are dating or you guys are engaged or you guys are married, with a partner who do not love you. Let's speak from men's perspective. Men, what I would say to gentlemen watching this video is it's painful to love someone who doesn't love you, who doesn't even like you. There are so many people who are into relationship with women or partners that do not love them. They don't care about them. They just don't want to be there. But the thing is, the guy is providing such a nice life, style, is providing standards, is taking care, is paying bills. It's just such a nice guy. And then some women just find it so difficult to leave such a nice guy who treat them so nice, make them feel special, feel like a queen, pays the bills, takes them out, spoils them, invests in them. It's kind of difficult sometimes to let go such men because they are so rare, generous men and gentlemen, and they are so rare nowadays because the society of this 2022 is a little bit polluted. So if you meet such a nice guy as a woman, you tend to cling on to the relationship and make it work, even though when you don't love the person. But as for the sake of this video today, we're going to talk about signs and symptoms. Sounds more medical, that you are actually forcing a relationship. Because as a gentleman, part of this family, part of this channel, I don't want you to be that person that begs, that push hard for a relationship to the point where you can actually lose it. That I don't want you to be in a relationship with a woman who doesn't love you. As a lady, I also don't want you to be in a relationship with a man who doesn't love you. I think you deserve better than that. If I, as a person, Nicole, think that you deserve better, you should also know that you deserve better. You should also think you deserve better than that, So the first thing that will help you acknowledge that you are in a relationship, you are actually forcing a relationship, is communication. You see, if you are the only person who has to reach out to the other, then it means it's one way. It's not, a relationship has to be both ways. You can't be the only person who texts or WhatsApp, the only person who calls, the only person who plans dinner, the only person who plans outing. Let's go for a movie, let's go hiking, let's maybe book guest house, let's go on vacation. You can't be the only person who does the planning, the communication, the heavy lifting in the relationship. If there's a problem, if there's silence, you're the only one who's trying to have a conversation, trying to find out what's went wrong. Doesn't show you if you're the only person who has to reach out and do everything and do the heavy lifting, that the other person is not interested. Because if I, as a person, Nicole for instance, is interested in a relationship, why will I let you do the heavy lifting? If you don't talk to me for weeks or for days, I should be asking you, like, why? Are you okay? Is everything fine? Why don't you talk to me? Are you having some personal issue, family issue? But you don't. You disappear. You show up. You plan. You don't plan. You talk. You don't. Everything you do just doesn't make a difference for me or for the other person. That should be a red flag. And if you're going really to ignore that, I'll be very disappointed. I believe you are smart, you're beautiful, you are great, and you deserve better. So if you are always the one who has to communicate, who has to start the conversation, who has to reach out, who has to do the heavy lifting, who has to plan, who has to want something in a relationship, who has to, like, trying to participate, the other person is not trying to, to be involved, to just show interest, then it means you are forcing a relationship. You have to sit with him and ask him, babe, do you want this relationship or not? And if he tells you he doesn't want, he probably likes you because you are pretty and or easy to sleep with, then it's time, peace, time out. So you say your peace and then you move on. If you are a woman and you are always the one who has to drive to his house, I don't like that. I like being picked up. Lazy. That's not laziness. It just feels so nice when your mate comes and picks you up. Anyway, you are the one who has to drive, I don't know how many kilometers to get to him. And then after you visit him, you are the one who has to drive yourself back home. Let's go to dinner. It's your idea. You're planning everything. Sometimes the bills is even on you. What's wrong with you, man? What I'm trying to say is, you are the only person who has to reach out, who has to communicate. It doesn't want you. So if you have constantly to seek his attention, even when you deserve it, then it means you are forcing a relationship with a man who is disinterested in you. It's so painful to be in a relationship with a man who doesn't love you. Hey, gosh, what he's gonna do to you, it's I don't want to tell you, but you probably have noticed that already if you're involved in one of those. But I still think you deserve better than that. Okay, so if you're the one who calls, who does the messaging, the visits, the everything, then he's not interested. You are forcing it, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You deserve better than that. And then the other thing is, the second point is, struggling to let go the person. There are women who has been vocal already. Maybe you are interested into a lady, she has been vocal, she told you she's not interested, she doesn't want to date you, but you keep on pushing it. I saw this with men. I don't understand if it's I don't know if it's a racial thing or not, but I saw that also with my African brothers. Sometimes you tell him, like, look, it's a no, I can't, this is not me, I won't be able, but you keep on pushing it. He's still calling you the way he used to call you. Hello, what's going on? So you can't force a relationship with somebody, whether you are from, I don't know which continent of the world. Learn to take no for an answer. He doesn't want you, let him go. She doesn't want you, let her go. Forcing a relationship, you keep on sending her presents, you keep on paying her bills so she can rely on you, see you as a nice guy and wants to stay in a relationship with you. You can't buy love with money. This is a serious, huge mistake that you're making. You can't keep buying her. You can't keep buying love from her. You can't keep purchasing her attention, purchasing her affection, purchasing her love, purchasing her as a person. It is such a huge mistake. Take no for an answer. If you don't know how to take no for an answer, it's time to learn. She doesn't want you, let her go. He doesn't want you, let him go. Do not force a relationship with a person who does not want you. Because once you succeed in having that person, since love is not there, since that's not what the person wants, Respect, you won't probably gonna get it. Care, you won't get it. Affection, you're gonna get it. Maybe intimacy, it will be a struggle because I don't like that person. Why will I sleep with that person? It's gonna be a constant fight because she doesn't want you. You know, and if a man doesn't want you, doesn't like you, but you're forcing your way into his life, you're just gonna be that machine he can sleep with anytime. And obviously you're always gonna be ready to sleep with him. Why? Because you gave yourself so freely to him even when he did not want you. Do you understand the drill? He will never see you as a queen. He will never treat you as one. You are not one. You are not a queen. You are not his queen. You are just that person who's forcing his way into his life when he doesn't want you at all. So my ladies, learn to take no for an answer. As beautiful and as a handsome as a man can be, as a successful, as great, as rich, as I don't know, whatever the guy is your man of your dream, he doesn't want you, leave him alone. Do not chase him. You start chasing him everywhere, sending him presents, calling people who knows him, checking on him. You are invading his privacy, and men don't like that. It's gonna become irritating. What is he gonna do to you? He's gonna use you, and when he's done, he's gonna discard you as the garbage because you are so cheap. That's the problem. So cheap. That move of following a man, running after a man, begging for a man's attention, that's very cheap. And there's a lady part of this family, his channel. No, you are a woman of quality. A man is supposed to chase you, supposed to, run after you, supposed to bring you an interesting deal. You can't be cheap. No, that's unacceptable. Forcing a relationship with men just show how cheap you are. And you can't afford to be that cheap. No, we want women of value. We want high standard women. We want women who knows their self-worth, with strong self-esteem. And you can't settle for less than you deserve. My queens, you deserve better than that. So yes, the third point that you are forcing a relationship is if you're pushing it so hard. Some people, I think I'm like one of them. I fall in love slowly. Things that make me fall in love with a man could be mostly the way he treats me. He's respectful, he's kind, he's clean. I fall in love so easily if you are clean. If you are not, then I struggle a little bit. A man who is clean, always cleanness, oh my gosh, it goes straight to my nerves. And also, but then I do fall in love, but it's slow, it's gradual. But there are also women you will see they fall in love so quickly. She doesn't, needs maybe so many things like, I will want a man to be clean, or want a man to be soft or blah. She doesn't probably needs all of that. She's just so cool, and she falls in love quickly. So you can't expect every woman you meet to tell you I love you after the first encounter, or after 1 week or 1 month of dating. You understand? So, and if she's not telling you back I love you, you keep on pushing it. So you will be there over the phone, I love you, and she doesn't respond, and you're like, you go off or you make a scene out of it. This is not helping because you're pushing it. Some people, when you push them so hard, they will run away. Do you want them to run away? No, you want them to be in a relationship with you, to be part of your life. So yeah, you can't push too hard. So if you feel like, or you see that, or you honestly acknowledge that you're pushing things hard, then it means you are forcing a relationship. You are forcing love. I can't say I love you back if I don't love you yet. If you love me, you stay with me. But now you stay patient until I reach the level where you are, until I feel love like you feel love for me. And then when you tell me you love me, I'm able to say that back to you genuinely. I don't want to say I love you because you told me you love me, but I want to mean it. Do you understand? But if you keep on pushing it, like you say I love you, or you write I love you, and then you say, babe, you didn't tell me you love me back, then I'm like, hello, I'm not there yet. I'm so slow. It means you're pushing it. The more you do things like that, the more you may push away your partner, especially those people are sensitive. You understand my point? So yeah, if you push it too hard, you may actually lose it, and then we don't want that. So the fourth thing to know that you can actually know, the fourth sign or symptoms you can know that you are forcing a relationship, if you are the only person who gives. I don't, you can, okay, it's whether you can either be a man or a woman. But if you are like the only person who gives and gives and gives in that relationship, then it means you are forcing it. Oh, I'm checking on my mic. You are forcing it. Love, you can never talk about love without giving. Love is about giving. So you can't say you love someone when you can't give to the person. I'm not just talking about, big things. I'm talking about even small things like respect, time. You can't say you love me, you can't spend time with me. When you are with me, you are bored. What is that even? That's confusion. That's not love. You're confused. You can't say, like we mentioned in our previous video, love is not enough. If you haven't yet, please check that video. It's very interesting. Love is not enough. You can't say you love someone and you don't have time for the person. It's confusion. So if you are the only person who gives, you give your time, you give your heart, you give your life, you give your body, you give your affection, you give your attention, you give your care, you invest, sometimes you even give gifts, material things, money, all of that. You are only the person who gives and gives and gives, and he doesn't give anything in return, or she doesn't give anything in return, then it's a sign you are forcing it. He is not into you, because when a man is into you, you won't be the only person who does the heavy lifting in that relationship. No, he's gonna help you out. At least his time, his respect. He's gonna plan dinner for you guys. He's gonna plan a romantic evening or weekend getaway, vacation, whatever it is, just to show you I may not have millions, but with the little that I have, this is what I can do for you. Why? Because I care for you, I love you, I want you in my life, I want you to be my woman. You see, that goes the same for women as well. When a woman loves you, she's gonna respect you. She's gonna want to hear your voice maybe every day. She will want to spend time with you. She can plan whatever she can. Baby, we can go on vacation, on weekend, or whatever. She's just going to show you affection and love and care, attention. She will be faithful to you. There may be hundreds of millions of men, but she chose you. Hey, she's gonna stay with you. That's when a woman loves you. She's gonna bring the best out of you. She's gonna believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. She's gonna stand by you even when nobody can stand by you. That's how much a woman loves. But if you think she can't do any of these things, it means she's not into you. And you wanting to do everything, so you can keep her, so you can purchase a love, an affection, and herself, then it means you're forcing a relationship. And that's so cheap. So cheap of you to purchase a woman. It will be so cheap of you to purchase a man. It will be so cheap of you to force a relationship. Because I think as a gentleman watching me today, I think that you deserve better. I think as a lady watching me right now, you deserve better. But why will you lower your standard? Why will you think so less of yourself? Why will you play so cheap? Why will you close every single cheap deals that come on your way? Every single cheap deal that has been placed on your table. You're worth more than that. If I believe that, then you should know it better and believe in it as well. So if you give and give and give and give and give and get nothing in return, it's a symptom or a sign that you are forcing a relationship, that she's not into you, or you are not in, or he's not into you, and then you are just forcing it, and it's time to peace and you're out, because you deserve better. There will be a man who will come along that will love you, that will be into you, that you deserve. There will be a woman that will come along that will be into you, that that you deserve. So yeah, the other thing is, when you don't feel loved, it's a sign that you are forcing a relationship. If you still want that person or want that relationship, he doesn't love you. All he wants is to sleep with you. When he sees you like one of these women he just sleep with and walk. Why would you want someone like that, who thinks so little of you? Why would you want to be with someone who can't open his heart to love you, to care for you, to invest in you, to want you? It will be so cheap of you to settle down in a relationship where you know for yourself that you are not loved. You know for yourself that she doesn't want you. You know for yourself that he doesn't want you. You can't keep pushing. I don't care if you are in love with the person. Love is not enough. It doesn't even matter at all. I care about you being loved because that's what you deserved. It's so painful to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't love you. So it's not worth it to force a relationship with someone who doesn't want it. And if someone doesn't care about you, whether you call or not, whether you reach out or not, whether you plan an outing or not, whether you communicate, whatever that you do, he doesn't care. Let's say for us women, whether I change my hair or not, you can't even give me a compliment. All you see is like what's wrong with me, so you can criticize me. You can't give me a compliment on anything. I put makeup or not, I change dresses or not, I dye my hair or not, whatever I do doesn't look nice to you because you're not interested in me. And then as a woman, you can see, you don't even get compliments from him, you don't get appreciation because he's not interested, but you still contact him, you still blow his phone, you still ask him, so when are you visiting me, when are we going out, why are you putting your feelings and emotions into so much struggle when you can just take no for an answer and stay at peace? Hello, you deserve better. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have reached the end of this video. If you have any comments, any questions, feel free to comment in the section down below. It will be my pleasure to read you and attend to your question. More importantly, do not settle with a man or a woman who doesn't want you. Do not force a relationship. It's such a huge mistake, and it will be so cheap of you to settle down for something that is less than what you deserve. I love you so much, to the moon and back, but I think for you I will stay. Moon, I'm not coming back. So I will see you on my next video. Please do check my other video on love is not enough. I love you is not enough, and I think it's gonna help you as well. Up until then, I'll see you in my next video. I'm wishing you a lovely day, a successful week, and all the best in your relationship. I hope you are happy and everything goes well with you. Thank you so much. Bye. Ooh.